Okay, carrying on with the Christmas beers 2012. It is Christmas Eve and I'm doing a beer review on Christmas Eve. Why not? We are looking at Oxfordshire Ales Uncle Scrooge Bah Humbug, a Christmas ale. Look at that one. I have had the Marshmallow, I believe, from Oxfordshire Ales. Quite a nice beer, and I believe they export that beer to America. This one I picked up in my local supermarket. As you do on Christmas Eve, I'm in the middle of, you know, sprucing the house up for visitors and getting all the meat prepared, making sure all the bits and pieces out, making sure all my beer's out as well. All the beer I want to drink over Christmas, I want to get it out on the counters, I want it out on display so when visitors come they can see the beer, they can see what the Real Ale Guide's all about. Okay, going back to the beer though, it is nice to stop for 5 minutes and have a break, so I'm going to have a break with you guys, reviewing a beer. Why not? It's Christmas. One finger head is white, gold and amber coloured, hint of a red tinge in there. Carbonation rising slowly up the glass. Let's get a nose on this one. Toffee, slightly citrusy. I'll tell you exactly what toffee we're going to be looking at in a moment when I give it a try. Cheers. I hope it's the right toffee. It's just really, for a 4.5% beer, it's just, well, there's a bit of sweet malt in there. Bit of bitterness on the back end, carbonated, hint of toffee, hint of citrus, but it really is just a mellow kind of beer to knock back. There's not massive amounts of flavours in this beer. It tastes very natural. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is 100% natural ingredients, just malt, hops, yeast and water. It doesn't taste artificial in any way whatsoever. It's just all kind of mildly, very, very mildly, slightly bumping itself together. You know, you get some big kind of flavoursome beers and they're really battling it out for your taste buds. As I said, this one is kind of the bumper cars are kind of, they both broke down and they just kind of bang together. There's not really masses going on here. There's a bit of sweet malt, there's a bit of hops, bitter, sweet, a little bit of a clash. But, saying that, again, if I was to come across this after tasting it now on cask in say a Wetherspoons or a cask beer pub, and I've seen this over something like a mass produced lager or a mass produced bitter, I would still go for it. It's very English, it's very traditional, it's basically a very, very decent British best bitter, and that's all really you can say about the beer. It's not jumping out at you, it's not kind of being crazy and giving you all sorts of licorice and spice notes like for a Christmas beer you sometimes would expect that. But what I do find interesting about the beer is the water. The water in the beer is very clean, it's very crisp, it's a very refreshing beer. There's either quite a lot of Styrian Goldings in this beer, which I believe it is. It's spicy, it's a little hoppy, it's very English, bitter, sweet malt, as I keep saying. I started the review thinking, oh, there's not much to this beer at all. But I'm kind of changing my mind a little bit as I'm drinking the beer. It's kind of, the more I drink it, the more I like it. At the beginning I was going to give it like maybe a 5 or a 6 or a 10, but the more I'm drinking it, the more it's growing on me. Not much in the way of aroma. A little bit of toffee, a little bit of citrus. But for me, the perfect kind of starter beer. I've been hoovering the stairs, I've been mopping the floors, you know, all that kind of Christmas rubbish you got to do before Christmas, and that really has just quenched my thirst. So, what do I give this? Let's read the label first. Pardon me. Oxford Ale is a family business. They're passionate, contemporary ales, brewed in time-honoured ways using the finest ingredients. We draw spring water known in Marsh Gibbon folklore for its healing properties from the village spring at Stump Well. Our malt is from Britain's oldest flower maltings. Our barley is grown on the Hampshire chalk, downlands, and the hops in pride of Oxford are Cascade and Pearl. It is kind of, it was either going to be a bang load of Styrian Goldings, or it was going to be a nice kind of Cascadey. They're quite close in terms of if you used a lot of Styrian Goldings and just maybe a normal amount of Cascade, you would be, it's very easy I think to get them mixed up, them two hops. We brew an Oxfordshire ale to satisfy all thirst, and we're rightly proud of their growing reputation and awards. Keep up to date on their website, Facebook, whatever. But it's www.oxfordshireales.co.uk. Signed by the head brewer John Lovett, craft brewer. He's put on the back. Final thoughts and a rating for me. We are getting on. I quite like the Cascade now, thinking about it. I really did think it was a lot of Styrian Goldings, but it is a little spicy as well. This for me is kind of a session kind of Cascadey beer, if you know what I mean. Something like Cascade from Saltaire Brewery. It's very similar. I quite like it. I was going to give it a 6 when I first sipped it. I thought, ooh, there's not really much going on here. But the more I've drunk it, the more I've enjoyed it. So I'm going to give this, I'll notch it at 1, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 beer, really kind of nice and pleasant, exactly what I wanted from today, for my first beer. Thanks for watching me, The Real Ale Guy. Put your comments in the comments box, subscribe if you like, and cheers.